believe it's 1986, the Challenger exploded just after takeoff and killed 7 astronauts. But it turns out that 6 of the astronauts are still alive, and most of them are using their original names. And you can find pictures of them. They're using the same names, and they're doing ordinary jobs now. Teachers, lecturers, lawyers, whatever. But they're still alive.
You really like it, don't you?
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
You want me to knock you in the head?
Well, I want you to swear to God on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
Okay.
If you walked on the moon, we're given the opportunity to swear to God that you walked on the moon.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to get the hell knocked out of you if you don't leave me alone.
So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Seibel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator at NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight.
I don't hit people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you get...
I'm heading out. I appreciate it.
And get the hell out of the black house.
It's okay.
Well,
take your stuff and get the fuck out. Why don't you quote me and say it's bullshit?
And the shadows in the wrong place. I don't give a damn about all that shit.
You're full of shit.
Of lunar orbit being falsified.
Being falsified?
Correct. We've got an unedited tape from a source at the Johnson Space Center.
Totally nonsense. Mr. Seibel, you do not deserve answers.
If you show this publicly, you're open for a lawsuit. Okay?
Well, how do you know that the planets and the stars are spherical? You know, all you get is, if you look for a telescope, you see a flat disk. If you think you see a spherical shape there, well, it needs 2 eyes to resolve 3D. If you're looking for a telescope, you can't see anything in 3D. It's going to be flat anyway. So all you see is a flat blob of light.
Cette arnaque rapporte des milliards aux prestidigitateurs qui, dans les coulisses, tirent les ficelles de ce spectacle d'illusion. C'est ainsi que l'argent disparaît pour réapparaître ailleurs.
Alors on se dit, ok, sur Terre ça marche bien, on a des bonnes technologies. Maintenant, on veut communiquer avec un pays, typiquement les États-Unis, au-delà des océans. Quelles sont les technologies possibles? Celle qui vient à l'esprit, c'est généralement la radio ou les satellites. Et beaucoup de gens pensent que les télécommunications utilisent des satellites. Au risque de vous décevoir, les communications satellites, c'est quelques pourcents des communications. 95-97% des communications, des télécommunications, ça passe par des câbles.
Lorsque vous vous rendez sur les sites web de type Flight Radar 24, spécialisés dans le traçage en direct de tous les avions en vol, eh bien, il se trouve que les avions qui font de longues traversées océaniques disparaissent complètement des radars durant leur traversée.
They will also say that if a sniper is trying to hit something at a great distance, a couple of miles away, they have to take into consideration the spinning of the Earth, because they say that as the bullet leaves the muzzle of the gun, it's now independent of the rotation of the Earth. So, the Earth will spin away from where the bullet, and you have to take that into account. They say that about artillery shells as well, but it's not true. If that was true, a sniper would have to spend ages and ages calculating how to make that shot, and they don't. They literally take into consideration the wind and the elevation, and they don't take the Coriolis effect into consideration at all. Also, planes. If that works for bullets, if bullets, as soon as they leave the Earth, they're now independent of the spin, then why doesn't it work for planes? The other thing is that, we have senses to be able to sense acceleration. You get in a car and somebody puts their foot down, and you get thrown back in your seat. You can feel the acceleration. You can feel changes, very minute changes of acceleration.
Cette accélération est permanente, progressive. Quand nous roulons en carrosse 100 fois moins vite, nous sentons son accélération, ses coups de frein. Et ici, rien.
Finalement, si la vision du monde que nous avons est une vision de militaire, alors, en réalité, où sommes-nous? Qui sommes-nous? Que sommes-nous venus faire ici?
Vous vous dites que ce que vous avez vu ne colle pas toujours avec ce qu'on vous a appris en cours d'histoire. Laissez-moi vous poser une question. Croyez-vous vraiment que les connaissances de vos professeurs étaient plus pointues que les nôtres?
Les livres, la correspondance, les documents qui remontent à cette époque. Tout est en parfaite contradiction avec ce que l'animus restitue.
Écrire un livre est à la portée de tout le monde. Puis-je vous rappeler qu'il n'y a pas si longtemps, on lisait partout que la Terre était plate.
Pour certains, elle l'est toujours.
Et ceux-là défendent leur théorie bec et ongle. D'autres affirment qu'on n'a jamais marché sur la Lune. Le livre parmi les livres ne prétend-il pas que la Terre a été créée en 7 jours? Et c'est le plus vendu.
Où voulez-vous en venir?
Au fait que vous ne devriez pas croire tout ce que vous entendez, ce que vous lisez. Votre ancêtre lui-même n'affirmait-il pas que rien n'est vrai?
Et que tout est permis?
Exactement.
There are only two possibilities. Either there is a God or there isn't. And both of them are terrifying.
Yeah.
If there isn't a God, then nobody's in control. We're hurtling through space and there's no plan and there's no nothing, and that's terrifying. If there is a God, then we'd better find out who he is and what he wants and do exactly what he says. And it turns out that he gave us very specific instructions on how to live. And they're not rules as in, laws that you must follow because, or put you in prison if you don't. No, these are rules to live by, to make a harmonious world. Don't harm anyone, don't kill anybody, don't steal from people, don't covet people's items,
Don't lie.
Don't lie. I mean, these things are written in our hearts anyway, yeah? But we're in a society that legalizes all of the 10 Commandments. The policemen and soldiers can kill. They're allowed to kill.
Politicians can lie.
They can lie.
They're lying all the time.
They're lying all the time. Police have been told that they are allowed to lie to try and get to catch somebody. Yeah, they're allowed to lie. Everything in the Ten Commandments is legalized in this society. That tells you who runs this society.
On se rend compte que toutes ces données sont invariablement entre les mains des militaires, qui nous donnent la vision du monde qu'ils souhaitent.